Claim your throne.
It's really sad, bro. The state of affairs that we are in the community in general. But I can basically break it down to a few things, and I'm going to use these video examples to show you.
JT.
Okay, so I can't play the music because of copyright, and YouTube creators are about to get their bag now, especially the musicians, because they have the algorithm that checks the sound and whatnot. And pretty much they're going to get paid for every little piece of the music that you put in the video. So I did want to let you guys know about that. If you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, just be cognizant that the music is going to be an issue if you think you're just going to do music reviews and grab people's art and not pay them. So anyways, when you look at this video, she says, "How bad do you want to be an NBA wife?" And then at the end of the song, it says,
Real bad.
"Real bad." Okay? At the end of the song, it says, "Real bad." Listen.
Real bad.
So how bad do you want to be an NBA wife? She says real bad. The reality is she is an attractive woman. I would probably give her I'll give her an 8.5 because she's a bad chick, okay? But at the end of the day, what she doesn't understand is NBA players are not loyal. I mean, ask Shaquille O'Neal. The best ones are not, and I wouldn't even say not loyal. I would say not monogamous, okay? They practice a polygynous lifestyle. So if she is willing to understand that and win with that, then that's fine. I think that she could get in NBA wife. I don't know how old she is, but once she hits the pavement, once she hops off of the porch, she's going to pretty much have her pick of the litter when it comes to that, especially if her social media has grown to heights. But the thing is, she's going to be an NBA pass around. Yes, she is going to be picking NBA player after NBA player, trying to be in their vicinity, and they're going to learn about her real quick. Okay. She might get wifed up. I don't know. She might get wifed up if she has some outstanding talent that I'm not aware of, but I've gone through the TikTok page and it doesn't look like it. She has things going for her. She's definitely a bad chick, but can she be an NBA wife? Most likely not. So this is what I want to tell you, regular guys. If that's what she's looking for, then any regular dude is going to have some other outstanding quality. Okay, this is what I talk about. But if she is just like specifically going for NBA to be an NBA wife, she's definitely gonna fail. I mean, it's not even a question. Okay. Because a lot of these dudes are learning now. They're watching red vitamin content and they're not wifing. Some are, okay. Some are, especially those NFL guys. But the NBA guys, they're playing the field, okay? They really are. Now, basketball wives has become basketball pass arounds. The NBA player was smashing her. He wasn't her wife, but she had intercourse with him. So now she's a basketball wife. You see how that works there? But that's how they're getting the bag. And I respect it, okay? But the funny thing is, her aspirations to be an NBA wife is completely insane, okay? It's not going to happen, all right? That's just like a regular guy who is average in height, average in athletic ability, saying that he wants to go to the NBA. As a matter of fact, her actually being an NBA wife is harder than him working every day at his craft and saying, I want to go to the NBA and getting there. Okay. So that's the game, man. That is the game. And this is where a lot of the more attractive sisters in the culture go. They immediately try that NBA thing run through about, or they get ran through by like 5, 10, 20 of them. And then now on the back end, when they're older, they are scorned. They're mad at men, but they chose guys who we all know are not going to be monogamous. Okay. They practice a polygynous lifestyle. And if she understands that and she's willing to ride for that and she is willing to accept that, then I would say, you know, go ahead and do what you got to do. But don't go in there thinking that you're going to change this guy and he's going to be monogamous to you, because it's not happening. All right, guys. So the next video, absolutely, it almost debunks the last video that we watched, except I'm going to tell you right now, the woman who was in that last video, she is a lot more attractive than the woman in this video. And this is why she's getting these results. Because you have a lot of pretty much regular chicks who think that they are 10s and you're not. So I'm going to read the caption first. This just contributes to you know, the upper echelon brothers, the more athletic and genetically gifted brothers are not choosing sisters overall. They might have chose the last one. She might be able to get some alpha simp, okay, but other than that, you're not getting chosen over the Beckys. That's just the reality of the situation. Over the Consuelas, over the bro. You know what I mean? Over the Mayleens, like, bro, come on, G. Like, especially if you're in college and you think that one of these athletes is gonna step to you like that. No, you gotta chase him. That's how it works. So let's watch. Let us watch. All right, so this is a copywritten song. But at the end, it says this N-word is crazy. Okay, so let me run it back so you can hear that.
This nigga is crazy.
Okay, so she said this N-word is crazy, and she's looking shocked and scared, and she's fretting over there. She's sweating. She's damn near seasoned with the eyes. But let's see. POV. She used the wrong but a lot of these chicks be grammar queens in the comment section, don't they? Okay, you mess up on some grammar, you use the wrong you use the wrong there, and they quick to check you. Oh, well, I can't even have a conversation with somebody who can't use the right your. But she says she used the wrong watching the 6'3" dark-skinned athlete curve a 5'4" African girl with laid edges, which is fake. That's not how your hair looks. Which is fake. That's not how your hair looks. Which is fake. That's not how your hair looks. Your hair just don't be flat, gelled to your damn skull. No, it doesn't. So that's fake, okay? With laid edges, a cute fro waist, beads, cargo pants, and a crop top. Cargo pants, we can't even see the ass. What? Oh my god. Okay, for a 4'11" blonde hair, blue-eyed white girl with a red lifeguard hoodie on black leggings and beat up forces. Okay, so she's trying to rag on the white girl's fit, but she's in her natural element, okay? Sometimes you dress up, sometimes you dress down. It looks like they're in a college situation. So I know how that goes. Guys, I was a D1 athlete. I know how that goes. She's absolutely right. You're not getting chose. So, and I'm not saying this to be mean, but that's just the reality of the situation. So you need to find a guy who is on your level. Hey, on your level. He got to be on your level, okay? Because let's keep it a buck. I mean, she's not as attractive as the last chick by any stretch of the means. Honestly, we rated the last chick 8.5. Like, she was really attractive. And even she cannot lock down one of these guys to just deal with her. Are you kidding me? 6'5" in the NBA? Are you 6'3" rather? Okay. But yeah, he curved her. He curved her for the 4'11" blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girl with a red lifeguard hoodie on. Okay. Black leggings. The black leggings, we can see the form. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You got the crop top. You're not trying to cover up your top, but with them leggings, we can see the form and beat up forces. Okay. Notice how she didn't say she was not curvy. Okay. She might have been curvy. She might have had some sitting on something back there. You feel me? So she's shook. She's upset. I don't know if she's talking about herself because it looks like she might have a crop top on. I don't know if she's talking about herself. I mean, I'm not trying to judge her, but it's like she's a 5. She's average, which is fine. A 5 is fine. You deserve a guy with a trade, who's in trade school, maybe community college, okay? Or somebody on your level. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of black guys on that campus who are not athletes that you can pick. There's more black guys on that campus who aren't athletes than who are. So tell me you can't find one of those guys, okay? Maybe he's not 6'3". Maybe he's 3'6". No, just kidding. Maybe he's 5'3". Who knows? 5'4" African girl? Is she talking about herself? Well, her edges ain't laid, so she's not talking about herself. Okay, but anyways, like I said, the edges are not real. The cute fro, men like long hair. Y'all keep doing these big chops. Don't tell me that you can't grow hair. I'm a black man. My hair grows just like yours. You can grow hair. Stop cutting your hair. I mean, bruh. They're not going to listen. They're going to say I'm bashing. They're going to say I hate my own mother. If you want to be competitive with the Beckys, okay, in the gym, because laid edges are not doing it for us. We don't give up. We don't care about that, okay? The cute fro, honey, make it a long fro. It needs to be touching your neck. Touching your neck at least. Okay? And you can do that. I'm telling you. Like I said, I started growing my hair in 2017, September 14, 2017. You don't think I know? I was having hair issues, okay? I started putting that natural oil in. I started making concoctions with avocado and eggs and putting protein in my hair, getting the blood flow back. Natural remedies, taking vitamins, taking biotin, growing my hair the natural way. There are ways that you can do it, but y'all keep putting these damn chemicals in, and y'all mad that your hair ain't growing. Grow the hair. Grow the hair. I'm telling you, if you grow your hair, you'll have way better results. Stop doing the big chops. You're not Jada Pinkett. You're not going to get a Will Smith. You're not that. Sorry. You're not her. Okay? Now, the last girl, she had some long, natural hair. She was beautiful. Okay? I don't know about what this, the African girl with the laid edges look like, but why are you laying your edges when you got a fro? Like, what? How does that make sense, bro? How does that make sense? You got girls getting lineups nowadays, bro. They be having a white line on their shit. Oh! And they think we're supposed to cuff that. Like, no, I don't know, bro. Some dudes like it. Some dudes like, oh, somebody gonna like it. Yeah, but the ones you like are not going to like it. Those athletes, they want something they could pull on. You can't palm the fro. They want niggas to palm the fro and like, bro, we want something to pull on. Facts, okay? And I'm gonna move on because I've been going in. They're gonna be upset, but I'm going to move on. I tried to do it with the least amount of curse words as possible, but you have to realize that if you want to be competitive, you gotta, I mean, grow the hair at least, bro. That's your reasonable service. That's the least you could do. Respectfully. Anyways, you already know what it is. It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship question to the email down below with a screenshot of your cash app so I know you're paying your tithes, man. Y'all need to be on your motherfucking game with the BS. You already know. Reclaim your throne. What's good, cyberspace? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Reclaim your throne. So guys, I actually think that we should be able to do the super chat thing. Now, I'm still going to read your chats and whatnot because that's what I've been doing. But I think that super chats should be available. We're going to be talking about some real deal stuff today. We're going to be talking about Andrew Tate. We're going to be talking about Piers Morgan. And it's going to get interesting because Piers Morgan is like trying to act as if he's like a moral authority for anything, especially when it comes to women. But he's had so many spats with different women. He's been so hard on what's her name? What's that girl name? Princess Meghan Markle. Okay, been so hard, been so mean to her. Said she was illegitimate. Okay. And people were saying he was saying that because she was black. All right. So Piers Morgan is he has no moral high ground to stand on, but we don't have the full interview. I don't know where it is. If you guys know the full interview, where the full interview is, then just let me know because I only got like a 6-minute, 30-second clip of it. So if you guys got the full interview, please don't hesitate to share that with me. Okay, so I just got an important email, so I just had to check that. But please don't hesitate to send that to me because we're going to talk about it, guys. It's going to be very interesting. So I just want to get right into it. So this is how we're going to do this. We're gonna look at the part of the interview that I have, and then if there's more, y'all can send me more. But this is all I could really find, honestly. I just kind of went live on the whim, but let's get into it.
Andrew Tate's the most famous man you've probably never heard of. The chances are your children will have videos of.
Hey, do my head look a little greasy in this light? Goddamn, should I turn a black light on? Because my head is looking a little greasy.
Tate has been viewed billions of times online. He's built an enormous following of mostly young men, and his often scandalous views about women that have made him notorious across the world. Views like this.
So I think my sister is her husband's property, yes. When a bride is walking down the aisle to marry the groom, the father walks next to her and gives her away. True or false?
Tate's opinions on.
Okay, so we have already pretty much talked about that part. We've talked about that in other streams. Yes, the father gives her away. You know, that's how it's been since the beginning of time. And let's keep it a buck. When you're with your girl, what do you say when you fucking? Let's keep it a buck. What do you say? Maybe something along the lines of, this pussy is mine. You know? Bitches be like, oh, this yo pussy, daddy, all this shit. I'm yours. If you go ask your girl right now, if y'all in a relationship, go ask your girl right now, are you mine? Dead ass. And if she loves you, if she really fucks with you, she's going to say yes. She's going to say yes. There's no, I mean, but if she don't like you like that, then she's like, oh, well, no, I'm my own person. And da, 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 da. And it's like, okay, all right, cool. That's how I know you're not getting your dick sucked, bruh. Honestly, because if you ask it, any nigga who has the respect of his girl, do you ask her like, are you this man's woman? She's gonna say yes. Now, that doesn't mean that she might, divorce grape him in the future, but that's the reality of the situation. So we already broke that down. They're harping on that point that, oh, he thinks women are property. Piers Morgan is in no position to talk, and we're gonna keep going.
Mental illness are equally controversial.
I don't believe in depression. Don't message me about depression because I don't believe in it. If you're asleep in your bed in the middle of the night and you hear a noise and you believe in ghosts, now you're afraid. But if you don't believe in ghosts, it's the wind and you go back to sleep.
All right, so we already said that we don't agree with Andrew Tate on everything. I cannot come out and say, oh, I don't believe in depression, because I know it's a real thing and it can be influenced by other things, i.e. drugs, alcohol, substances, whatnot. So you can be depressed. You can be depressed, but can you get out of that funk is a real question. Or are you just genetically predisposed to being depressed? Those are two different conversations. But I get what he's saying of, oh, you can mentally get yourself out of depression, don't quit, whatever. Yeah, but at the same time, if you're an individual and you're taking drugs all the time, or even if you took a really strong drug once, that could throw your whole shit off. It really could. Like, if you say you was out at the bars and you sniffed a line of coke and it wasn't actually coke, it was fucking PCP or some shit, you're going to be fucked up for a long time, not just based off of you being laced, but your mind is going to be substantially altered. It could cause you to be addicted to that. So there are multiple scenarios, but I do get where he's coming from. Like, as a man, you don't want to admit defeat, and saying that, oh, I'm depressed is admitting defeat. So I get that. Can people be depressed with chemical imbalances? Yes. Okay. And we understand that. When it comes to depression, could people be influenced by their upbringing, very abusive upbringings, maybe, some molestation, some physical abuse, verbal abuse, psychological abuse, maybe a ailment that they have, a physical ailment that they have. Okay. If you're in a wheelchair for the rest of your life and you used to walk, like, there's a difference if you were just born and your legs didn't work. Okay. But if you used to be able to walk and then say at 25, I don't know, something happens, you may get a disease or you get into a car accident and you can't walk anymore, you're going to be fucking depressed, bro. Like, so I cannot say that there's no such thing as depression, but is it dangerous for him to say that there's no such thing as depression? No. How is that dangerous? Because that's what the social media platforms are trying to paint it as. Oh, it's dangerous and harmful rhetoric. It's ridiculous.
You give the ghosts power by believing in them.
Well, this summer, every major social media platform banned Tate amid a global backlash.
And that was a good point. You give your depression power by giving into it. But if you admit that you have a problem and seek therapy or seek help, then you're good. But you do have to admit that, hey, I am depressed. Why am I depressed? That's how you have to get to the bottom of it. That's how you have to get to the bottom. And let's keep it a buck. Piers Morgan is not the pinnacle of masculinity. So it's like, I mean, this guy, respectfully, because he's an elder, but at the same time, it's like, dude, could you even do 5 push-ups? Kids don't want to look up to a old sack of shit. I mean, that's just the reality. You're sagging, you got a double chin going on. You're not in shape. You got man boobs, and not the good ones, not like some big pectorals or a big, broad, wide chest. It's straight up just like titties. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no muscle in that. So guys don't want to look up to that because guys look up to Superman. Guys look up to Spider-Man. Guys look up to Captain America. Guys look up to guys who can kick other guys' asses. And you, my friend, couldn't kick a woman's ass, let alone another man.
Concerns about his influence on the young people who watch him. The copies of his videos are still shared millions of times every day. This show is called Uncensored. One of the challenges views directly. So he flew from Romania to sit here in this studio, and the full explosive interview airs later this week. Here's a bit of what's to come. Do you respect women?
So, okay, so this is the thing. They're trying to get, this is a good move for Tate because it's going to really expose the blue vitamin. But there are still people in the comment section, which we're going to read, still people in the comment section who want him banned. Maybe they listened, maybe they didn't, but he completely owns Piers Morgan. I think he kind of backtracks a little bit in this interview, but he completely owns Piers Morgan. And like I said, Piers Morgan is not the pinnacle of masculinity nor morality or ethics when it comes to that. So we'll expose that as well. But Piers Morgan tries to use tactics to trip Andrew up. And the thing is, Andrew's very smart. He's very quick on his feet. Okay. He's not distracted. So he's able to give a quick retort. And that retort is really what he means, because sometimes people got to really think about what they're about to say because they don't really mean that shit. That shit's not even really on their heart. But him hitting different media channels is a campaign to get back on social media. He has to get, I mean, it's almost like a humiliation ritual back into the industry, but he didn't really humiliate himself, but that's what they're trying to do. He is facing the beast. You know, there have been multitudes of content creators who have been asked to come up on talk shows. Like I think Donovan Sharp was asked to come up on Dr. Phil. I think that, other people were asked to go on different shows and they refused to go on like blue vitamin shows and whatnot. But I think that it's actually smart that he's going on these shows because the message is going to get out there, whatever message that he wants to purport. Like I said, I don't agree with everything that he says, but I agree to his right to say it. And to me, I didn't really see anything that was too the machete shit, that was crazy. But it was a joke. Obviously, it was a joke. But you could say, oh, kids might take that seriously and be like, hey, shut up, bitch. Pull out the machete. And then now you're in a crazy situation. But at the end of the day, look, I think it was smart for him to go on these shows because it shows how sound the thought process is. He's not going to be able to sit up here and defend everything that he says. I know that for a fact. Okay. And nobody really can if you're a person who is a public figure. You know what I'm saying? Not even the golden boy, Charlemagne the God. Like if we go back and look at the shit that he said and done, you'll be like, oh, this guy's a perv, whatever. So even the people who are on the left or are within the matrix, as Tate would like to call it, can't defend everything that they say. They can't. You just can't do it. But the problem is social media makes you do it when it's your time, when it's your turn to go through the humiliation ritual. And then they bring you on these shows to see if you're going to apologize for something that you didn't do. And that's what Piers Morgan tries to make Andrew Tate do. So let's keep going.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't I?
Do you think that 18, 19-year-old women are more attractive than 25-year-old women?
I think there's attractive people. That's a loaded question. I don't know.
Well, it's not really, is it?
I can't.
You know why I'm asking you?
Of course I do, but I can't sit here and
say. For the benefit of viewers who don't know why I'm asking, you said this in general.
I mean, let's keep it a buck. 18 is legal everywhere. So if I had to compare an 18-year-old to a 25-year-old, honestly, the reason why I would go with a 24, 25-year-old, maybe like I think 23 is the best years because that's like that alcohol weight. You know what I'm saying? Like when a bitch start to drink and it's not like she's getting blackout every weekend. but she starts to drink and then she gets a little bubbly. You know, it's good in some instances where it'll like a lot of times that should be going to their ass. Like I'll see a bitch start drinking and then her titties just start getting bigger. I'm like, what the fuck? So I would say like 22 to 25 is probably the best. And then it kind of goes downhill after. I mean, sometimes y'all know it's like, oh, black don't crack and all this stuff. But I'm just saying on average, let's keep it a buck. And then he's doing that thing with his hands that he does. Y'all see, people say it's Illuminati, but he said he was making his own secret society. So like I said, there's some things that I don't agree with Tate, but he's pointing that thing right at Piers Morgan. Okay, so you can see his posture. He's pointing that thing right at Piers Morgan. He's sending the portal in his hand right at Piers Morgan, and it's kind of hilarious. But yeah, I think he said he did that shit because his dad did it or something. But Distant Light says, what did Tate even do that made him uniquely targeted? I think having that huge TikTok presence makes you targeted because people want to end you. So that's how Fresh and Fit got a lot of their subscribers from TikTok, because they kept getting banned on TikTok. And people were like, why would people ban these guys? Oh, they're not that bad. Oh, they bring girls on. Oh, they're interviewing girls. Oh, all these girls think the same way. Fuck. So everybody starts to come to this. Everybody starts to come to this conclusion later on. All right. But it's because, oh, they became a target. Let me see why they're a target. Oh, they're not that bad. Why is this guy a target? And then, you know, with Tate, you can definitely take some of the shit that he says out of context. Absolutely. You could definitely take some of the shit that he says out of context, and you can even put it in context and it sounds fucked up. But should he completely be wiped off of the platform? Hell no. And I think that him going to these mainstream platforms is a campaign, because let's keep it a buck, guys. All these people are in bed. Big tech is in bed with the media. So he has to go to talk to Piers Morgan. He has to, and he talked to Tucker Carlson as well. And we might play that as well. He has to go talk to all these different people in the mainstream media, because once he hits all those pit stops, then he'll have a good campaign to say, okay, I paid my tithes. I went through the humiliation ritual. Who do I got to talk to get my account back? And they might give it to him. They might not. They might slap him on the wrist and say, hey, boom, you can come back on, but you got to pay this. They might extort him. Who knows? Who knows what back channel deal he'll have to make to be within the good graces? Because I mean, I'm trying to find a bitch to fuck on who work for TikTok, because they done got my channel fucked up. Now, I mean, I guess I'm gonna just have to do what I gotta do at this point. YouTube as well. Bring the nerdy bitch on. Like, what are we gonna do? How can I get my channel to stop being censored and shadow banned? Do I gotta get a VPN? Do I gotta switch up what the fuck do I gotta do? Because I have another YouTube channel that I watch the numbers closely. They pretty much fucked me. You know, I was getting more views at 1,000 subscribers than I'm getting at 6,000 subscribers. It's absolutely ridiculous. And they're controlling my money because they know how potent my message is. And if y'all want to go check me out, as Black Gen Z Mindset, we talking about street shit, crime, all that shit. They censor me heavily. They censor a nigga heavily. Okay. So all of this shit is created, like I talked about on the other stream, when it comes to Google AdSense, you can't have multiple Google AdSense accounts. You can't. So if you have a YouTube channel and you have all different YouTube channels, you have to connect those YouTube channels to one AdSense. So if they cut your money off, they cut your fucking money off. And this also goes toward Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram ads. See, what they do is, for creators they like, they let you go up in the algorithm, man, nigga. If you get 100 views in 30 minutes, then your shit's gonna skyrocket. But if they don't fuck with you, then they're gonna cap your shit. They're gonna limit your shit at a certain number. They're gonna limit your shit at a certain number so that you don't get too many views, and it makes your grind, your upward mobility grind, even harder. And what they're doing that for is because they're like, okay, little nigga, we don't really like what you're saying, but you on the platform and you haven't got taken down. You haven't broken community guidelines, but we don't like you, little nigga. So this is what we're going to do. Pay for Google ads. Pay for Facebook ads. Pay for YouTube ads. Pay for this shit. We'll pay you, but we ain't going to pay you enough. We ain't going to pay you enough to really make a living off this shit. So you got to throw that money back into promoting yourself on this platform, young man. And if you do that, maybe we'll let you go up. Maybe we'll let you go off. Spicy Parody said with the 199 Super Trap, he says, thoughts on Sneeko letting other dudes in his girlfriend? Yeah, he should have been broke up with that. He should have been broke up with her. I'm not going to call her a bitch, but he should have been broke up with her because, bro, if you want to run that polygynous play and you can't do the fair shit. Oh, well, I want to be fair. No, it's either my way or the highway. And I just think that he did that because he wasn't high value enough and he may not have had the self-esteem and the confidence enough to do it. And it's a mistake that he made and then the mistake that he has to live with. But he does really like his girl and loves his girl. So he wants to stick it out. But no, I mean, she'll cheat on him again. And if you propose your bitch getting fucked by another man, she immediately has to say no. Like if she doesn't say no, then she's not your girl, bro. She's not your girl. Point blank.
She belongs to the street. Percocet, Miley Percocet.
Yeah. So that's what it is. That is what it is, y'all. It's bad. It's bad.
This is also one of the reasons men find youth attractive. You want to blow up the internet? I'll blow up the internet right effing now. The reason 18 and 19-year-olds are more attractive than 25-year-olds is because they've been through less dick.
I mean, that's also facts. That's also facts. By the time she get to 25, bro, it's a wrap. In this day and age, even with the body count formula, let's do the body count formula. 25 minus 18, which we're assuming that's when she started her sexual activity. We're assuming that's when she started her intercoursal activity, rather. We're just assuming. 25 minus 18. We got 7 now. Multiply that by 3 to 7, depending on the level of promiscuity. If she's really hot, she's going to be more promiscuous. The hotter, the more promiscuous. Okay? Even the basic bitch is getting more dick, but still. Okay? The hotter and the better guys that she's going to end up fucking too. So it's always going to be a comparison game. So then you multiply that by, let's just say 3, be conservative. That's 21 dudes by 25. That's conservative. That's conservative. No, I'm good on that.
People say, oh, you can't say that. But yes, I can. A 19-year-old is more attractive than a 26-year-old woman. And I'll tell you why. Because that 26-year-old has talked to more guys, been to the club more times, been effed and dumped more times.
That's absolutely true. Everything that he's saying is true. And to deny that is to deny a material fact. Okay?
More arguments, more mess, more for me to clean up. That is misogyny.
Why?
Because you are encouraging a mindset about 25-year-old women that makes them sound out to be infinitely less desirable than 18, 19-year-olds.
So it's not really infinitely less desirable, especially if she has kept it tight down there, and you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, once you get a bag, you know who's gonna be who gonna act right. Let's just keep it a buck. especially in the community. You talking about a 18-year-old sister to a 25-year-old sister, it's night and day. It's night and day, and it's probably already over by then. I'm just talking about the mindset. I'm not even talking about attractiveness. We're talking about the mindset, the ability to be led, the ability to follow your man. That's gone out the window by 25, especially nowadays. So there was no lie told. See, there's some things I disagree with Andrew Tate. This isn't one of them.
And having effectively been having too much sex to be taken in a more respectful way.
Absolutely.
Well, firstly, even if that was the case, that wouldn't be misogyny.
But what did you mean by?
Yeah, see, it wouldn't be misogynist. Misogyny is the hatred or contempt of women. So he says, I'm not really trying to fuck. I'm not really sexually attractive to women who are over 25. I'm good between 18, 19, whatever. Okay. Still legal. And we know Piers Morgan is on Seeking Arrangements. Bruh. This nigga's not fucking hookers, 18, 19-year-old hookers. Bro, you got to be out your fucking mind if he's not or hasn't before. Let's keep it a buck. He's industry. UK industry at that. You know them niggas freaky. Bro, if he's not fucking whores, I don't know who is. He's literally their target demographic. Old white nigga with a bag. You're their target demographic. Y'all gonna sit up here and tell me that Piers Morgan is not hiring an Instagram Tatiana to come slob on his knob? Well, he might be gay. I don't know. He might be gay. I don't know. But come on. But when it comes to attractiveness, I would say, the girls who are like, I like 22, 23 Jordan year. We'll just go with Jordan year because to me, that's probably the best. It's like they survived the freshman 15. They kept their body right. They're about to graduate. Them bitches be thick. Like 23, especially if they've been in the gym and they've been training since they left high school. Ooh, I mean, that's probably my favorite, okay? That's probably the best, in my opinion. Van Lee said that turkey neck is wild. Van Lee said prostitution is legal in the UK. Yeah, you ain't finna tell me this nigga ain't buying whores. And if he is, they're definitely young whores. Come on, bro. You can't fool a player. We know who's paying and who's not. Like, you can get on Andrew Tate and say, don't you think 18 and 19 is a little bit young? But even if he would have said 22 to 23, they still would have been on his ass. 18 and 19 is legal. Okay? 18 and 19 is legal. She can't drink, but it's legal. I would prefer to be able to get drunk with my girl and not be contributing to the delinquency of a minor. So yes, I would want her to be over 21. Ideally, especially if I'm Tate's age, like late 30s, mid to late 30s, like I definitely ideally would want her to be 21 or older. But I'll say between 21 and 30, honestly, because I ain't gonna lie, I be seeing some 30, I be seeing up to like 34s that looking straight. Honestly, but it's just like I said, the mindset. See, I'm not mad at the 30-year-old woman, but you better keep everything super tight. Now, it wouldn't be like a marriage situation. It would be a temporary short-term thing, but Van Lee said Jordan year is peak. Thanks. Yeah. I think Jordan year is peak. Van Lee said teenagers can be annoying to speak to. Yeah. Distant Light said people start drinking by 15 in the USA. LOL, 10th grade. You're not wrong. You're absolutely right. But I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't want to be in a situation where, we get drunk, we fucking, and then, say we have a bad breakup, and then she goes, and she's not even 21 by this time. Oh, well, I was drinking with him and I wasn't even 21. That's a charge, nigga. That's a charge. So just to be safe. But you know, I would definitely hit an 18, 19-year-old. I don't see a problem with that, especially if she's choosing.
What you said.
That's not misogyny because it's not anti-women. I'm saying that an 18 or a 19-year-old woman would be more desirable.
Pretty anti-25-year-old woman.
Anti-25-year-old women we can argue, but not misogyny.
Well, that's misogyny.
Yeah, he could say ageist, but it's not misogynistic, bro. Misogyny is hatred and contempt for all women. It's not just, oh, I only hate this type of woman. No, that's a whole different thing.
No, it's not.
Being anti any woman at all is misogyny.
Okay, see, and now he's trying to change the definition. No, that's not the definition. Being anti any woman at all. So what if I said I'm anti Ghislaine Maxwell? No. Let's just keep it a buck. What if I said I'm anti Ghislaine Maxwell? Is that misogynistic? But she's a fucking rapist groomer who worked with Epstein. If I said, oh yeah, I'm anti Ghislaine Maxwell, does that mean I'm misogynistic? Man, get the fuck out of here. Oh, being anti any woman at all is misogynistic? Man, fuck out of here. That was some bullshit. That was some bullshit right there if I had any ever heard any. See, your boy just had to get warmed up, okay? I just had to get warmed up. Let's see. Van Lee said 30s are straight for the pipe, but you have to calculate the post-pregnancy body because surgery costs, etc. Yeah, definitely. Van Lee says bringing on JP to cry and then bringing on Tate to gaslight him is brilliant marketing, though. Gotta tip my hat. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that Piers Morgan isn't a master at what he does. I'm just saying he is blue vitamin and he's a manipulator. This is what he's trying to manipulate and lead Tate into a conclusion that's not of his own.
So I'm saying that an 18 or a 19-year-old woman would be more desirable.
Pretty anti-25-year-old woman.
Anti-25-year-old women we can argue, but not misogyny.
Well, that's misogyny.
No, it's not.
Being anti any woman at all is misogyny.
Not when I'm saying that women are beautiful and attractive at a certain age and saying that age.
You're saying 18, 19-year-olds are more attractive than 25.
Well, than ageist perhaps, but misogynistic absolutely.
Is that
not.
But you just accepted it was misogyny.
No, I didn't.
No, he didn't. Look, he tried to make him accept it was what the fuck is this man up to?
Well, then ageist perhaps, but misogynistic absolutely.
Is that
not.
But you just accepted it was misogyny.
No, I didn't. You said it was misogyny. I'm telling you, no, it's not.
If a 26-year-old woman is watching this and has heard those comments,
yeah,
would you just say to her, look, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that?
No, I won't. I will say that I am sorry that offends you. However, there's a large contingent of the world.
That doesn't mean you're sorry.
No, I'm not sorry. That's the point I'm making. I'm sorry if that offends you. However, there's a large contingent of the world that believe that, and I was mediating for a conversation.
Parts of the world that believe that about 26-year-old women are parts of the world where women are not allowed out on their own.
That's a conversation.
They have to wear full burqas.
Well, that's a conversation.
They're not allowed to.
What? So now he's trying to be Islamophobic. See, Tate should have just spun it on him. What do you mean? Are you Islamophobic? Do you not believe in the guard that protects women from lustful eyes of men? Are you misogynistic? I mean, homophobic? That's bullshit. It's bullshit. Goddamn, why I keep saying homophobic? Islamophobic? That's bullshit. He should have checked him on that. See, that's something, you know, he had to respond with whatever he had to respond with. But I think that he should have been more quick to check him on that. Oh, well, you sound Islamophobic if you're talking about these people's religion as if it's some joke.
Mediating for a conversation.
Parts of the world that believe that about 26-year-old women are parts of the world.
That's not even true, bruh. Islam has nothing to do with the age of the woman. It has everything to do with the purity of the woman, not her age.
Women are not allowed out on their own.
That's a conversation.
They have to wear full burqas.
Well, that's a conversation.
They're not allowed to drive cars.
That's nothing to do with it.
But is that the kind of world for a woman that you?
I was mediating a conversation.
No, I'm asking you what you think.
I don't live in a country where that happens.
So you're using that as the excuse for why you're not sorry for saying it.
It's not an excuse.
Is that there are parts of the world where this is fine?
My friend.
So my question to you is, well, do you think it's fine?
What the fuck is he even saying? He just went totally off topic. He went totally off topic.
I don't think it's fine. I live in a world where
you don't think it's fine.
The reason
this isn't that hard, Andrew. You can simply say, Piers, you know what? With the benefit of hindsight.
Yeah, see, I think he trips him up. He trips him up there. He said, I don't think it's fine. Yeah, I do think it's fine that women cover up. Yeah, I absolutely do. Yeah, hell yeah, I absolutely do. I think there would be a lot less problems, a lot less you know, rampantly horny guys running around trying to assault them. Yeah, I mean, I think that it would definitely help the objectification of women if they covered up. Absolutely. Because if they covered up, there wouldn't be much to objectify now, would there? You can't even see the form, you can't even see the figure. Sometimes you can, but most of the time you couldn't. So there wouldn't be nothing to objectify.
Or do you think it's fine?
Like I don't, you know, rock with some Muslim girls, and then they come up out that mug and they be having some titties up under there, and it's like, damn, I didn't even see that shit. But you know, she had the garb on the hijab, like a nigga couldn't really see what form and what shape, what figure she had, but she was like really voluptuous in that way. So it's like you never really know. You never really know.
I don't think it's fine. I live in a world where
You don't think it's fine?
the reason
This isn't that hard, Andrew. You can simply say, Piers, you know what? With the benefit of hindsight,
Like I said, I absolutely think it's fine. I respect their culture, you know, all the crazy shit they be doing now. You know, over there are radical versions of that, but you gotta respect the culture and the respect and the standard that they're holding for their women. That's a standard that our women can't even live up to. Okay.
I wish I hadn't said it like that. And if a 26-year-old woman's watching, I'm sorry I said that, because
Man, fuck no.
actually is blatantly misogynist. And even though that's a view held by other parts of the world, it's not a view I share. Now, I would respect you more if you said that than if you try and say, well, it's said in other parts of the world, so I'm not sorry.
I think
that doesn't tell me what you think.
Then you need to understand why my content existed in the first place. My content existed because I tried my very hardest to be an absolute and utter realist, especially with uncomfortable truths. I was pointing out that very uncomfortable.
Is that a truth?
It's an uncomfortable truth in many parts of the world. It's not a truth that I'm happy about.
An inquest this week found that
It's universal, bro. This is not hard. I think he didn't really stand on 10 on this one. I'm sorry, but he was capitulating too much. He didn't stand on it, bro. You got to stand on it. You got to stand on it. Look, man. Let's keep it a buck. Who looks better, a 25-year-old or 50-year-old? Who looks better? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. The 18 and 19-year-olds, they catching up quick too. So they're catching up quick. And maybe they're putting on a more weight in the right places than the older women are. By then, they getting fat. If we really want to keep it a buck. So he should have just stood on it. I think he capitulated way too much, giving in. He shouldn't have done that.
a 14-year-old girl, Molly Russell, died from an act of self-harm while suffering from depression and the negative effects of online content. The coroner said
the negative effects of online content. So let me tell you something about this little 14-year-old girl. Andrew, he's trying to guilt trip Andrew Tate into saying that, oh, well, my content could have contributed to her taking her life. Bro, you know what the negative online content was? Most likely this girl took her life because she couldn't live up to the beauty standards of other girls in her grade. That's what it was. She's seeing all these hot girls on TikTok, all these hot girls on Instagram, and she's like, I don't look like any of them. And I'm socially awkward. I got broad shoulders. I got zits on my forehead. And she didn't understand that she was going to have a glow up. When she got older, she could, look smacks like the black pillars be saying. So that's something that she didn't understand. That's something that her parents didn't explain to her. And see, a woman, her parents are a big part of the way that she thinks about herself. You know, when I've run across women who have good parents, like, yes, they might be in relationship with guys and whatnot, and maybe they'll get done wrong or, done wrong every now and again. But at the end of the day, they're still able to say, oh, look, my parents love me, so I don't need this guy. Not saying that the, F men and I don't need a man mentality is good, but it just shows that, yeah, they can stand on their own emotionally. you know, for some time. It's obviously going to be better results with a 2-parent household. And I think this girl did come from a 2-parent household, but let's keep it a bug. Let's not act like, oh, she was just, you know, looking at male improvement content, red vitamin content, and she murked herself. No, she's looking at these makeup pages. She's looking at these BBL models. She's looking at these OnlyFans girls. She's looking at all these women who look better than her who are way older than her, but they look better than her. And then she's looking at the girls in her grade who look better than her, and she's comparing herself to them. And that's what makes the girl want to take her own life. And maybe bullying at the school, maybe heartbreak or something else. But or maybe she could be depressed. It could be a chemical imbalance. But it's not, oh, she was watching male improvement content. Get the fuck out of here.
Suffering from depression and the negative effects of online content. The coroner said she was exposed to material that may have influenced her in a negative way, and in addition, what started as depression had become a much more serious depressive illness, and she very sadly took her life.
That's absolutely disgusting.
Right. What the fuck I would have said, nigga, what the fuck? Look, that's fucked up, but what the fuck does that have to do with me?
Right. Her father's campaign for better protections against potentially dangerous social media algorithms, right? It says that
you know, the dangerous social media algorithm, them sending you butt naked girls on your timeline. That's literally what these girls are seeing. They're looking at these girls. She's like, oh my God, she's so hot. Why am I not her? Why can't I be her? Why can't I be just like her? Why don't I have a fat ass? Why don't I have big titties? Why do I look like the way that I look? Why is my forehead big? Like, dude, it's not that, I'm looking at male improvement content and bro, let's keep it a buck. Oh man, Andrew Tate. And this is what the money does. I think this is what the money does. He's disconnected from reality. He really is. He's disconnected from reality. That's what it is. That's really my main critique. Is like, bruh, this is real life. We're talking about real people here. Bro, you could have easily disarmed that argument. You know, I mean, what does that have to do with me? You think she was watching my content? No, because my content is for young men. And then they're going to say, oh, well, the young men are treating the young girls badly. No, actually, it's the other way around. Dude, if you think the young men have the power in these schools, you're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your goddamn mind. Could some niggas who are clouded up have power? Yeah, maybe. But the girls, I remember in middle school, high school, in my high school, the girls had the most power. They were always in student body. They were always getting the most attention. They always had the teacher's ear. Like the dudes, what was niggas doing? Just getting the fights and playing sports? It's really all it was.
Graphic content. She saw romanticized acts of self-harm, normalized her condition, and focused on a limited and irrational view without any counterbalance of normality. First of all, what
the fuck does that have to do with Andrew Tate? I'm telling you right now, and I can stand on this, I guarantee that girl took her life because she couldn't live up to the beauty standards that who established? Oh, some woman named Kim K. That's why she took her life. It wasn't because, she saw male improvement content. No, it's because she was looking up to the beauty standards of a Kim K, and she couldn't match that.
What is your response to that? Nothing to do with you.
That's the first thing. Yeah, it's
nothing to do with him. The fuck?
It is nothing to do with me. The fact that a 14-year-old girl took her life is truly sad. The world we live in today is the world we live in. The fact that something like that happened is almost mind-blowing to me. That's truly sad. I actually feel sad inside to see something like that.
What has come clear to me in the interview is that a lot of things you say you wouldn't say now that you've said before.
I'd say them differently, perhaps.
Yeah, right. So to me, that's an acceptance. Not just that you want to get back on platforms, because maybe that was one of the reasons you were no platform, but that you
see, not that you wanted to get back on platforms. This is a ritual. He has to go through this. He has to go through the humiliation. He has to go through people breaking him down. In one of his videos, he asked to get introduced to the Illuminati. He asked to get introduced to whoever was running the world and you know, damn near begged for his fucking Instagram back and shit. You know, there's things that I disagree with him on. There's things that I agree with him on. Do I think he should be deplatformed? No. But it's definitely groveling going on. They're definitely making him capitulate. They're definitely making him backpedal because he has to go on this press run to get his account back. Okay.
Recognized and understood the potential harm to the wrong kind of impressionable mind by some of the things you've said. Would that be fair?
I think that's 80% fair. I recognize and understand that with massive fame, you have to be more careful about being misconstrued. Like I said earlier, 1% of people misunderstanding you doesn't matter with a small audience. It matters with a very large audience. With power comes responsibility. I still believe the things I say. I do not want to be a negative force for the world. I also understand that I am a man who's lived a very difficult, nuanced life, and I am capable of making nuanced points that may be misunderstood by teenagers. However, that can be said about anybody and everything. Every opinion online can be misunderstood by children. Trying to protect children from the internet is a very interesting subject in and of itself, because I would argue that 80% of the content on the internet can be negative or detrimental to a young mind that doesn't understand the world.
All right. So that's it. That's it. Let me see. I'm sorry. I'm going back and forth responding to mess. So let's get into Piers Morgan. Let's get into Piers Morgan because he's not silky clean. And he's done some terrible things to women that really could have made young girls delete themselves. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I got to use the bathroom. No one says facts. Distant Light says, I wonder what he said in the full one for them to cut the content. Yeah, the reality is, and that's what they do too. They'll cut it. They'll cut the interview. The reality is that was it. It's almost like a humiliation ritual where they try to make him backpedal and they say, hey, you're a bad guy, bad Andrew Tate. Okay, you want your IG back? Yeah, but you're gonna have to play by these rules. Bad boy. Let's get on his case. Let's shit on him, and then boom, we're gonna give you your account back. But it's going to be heavily monitored, and your algorithm is not going to be the same. They literally sitting on his account right now. He might even have to start fucking brand new. Honestly, if I was that nigga, I would have been started a backup account. Fuck, like real shit. But okay, let's see. Let me play a video, short video, because I gotta use the bathroom. Then we'll come back and then we'll expose Piers Morgan. We'll expose Piers Morgan for the fraud that he is. So I'm gonna be right back. Give me 1 second.
Any black man who is with a woman who's not an African herself is going to have a difficult time getting respect from me. I believe black men need to be with black women. The black family is under attack. Only 1 out of every 4 black women gets married. The black woman is last likely to get married. She's the last married, the first divorced. We have what? 2/3 of our children being raised by working class and impoverished single black female-led households. The destruction of a nation begins in the home of its families. And if we want to save black people, we have to save the black family. And in order to do that, black men have to commit themselves to black women.
All right. This article comes from Business Insider. This article comes from Business Insider, and it's exposing Piers Morgan and the master media comeback. So let's get into it. In summer 2015, shortly after his 50th birthday, Piers Morgan held a party of breathtaking extravagance for 300 guests in the grounds of his country home, close to the village where he grew up in East Sussex, south of London. The theme was The Great Gatsby. There was caviar, lobster, truffles, and endless cocktails served by waitresses in period costume. In period costume. Okay. Female guests came as flappers, and men wore tuxedos or blazers. They brought wine as gifts, and Rupert Murdoch, one of Morgan's mentors, sent a case from his personal vineyard. In Morgan's indoor pool, synchronized swimmers performed in homage to Busby Berkeley, while a tuba player blew fire from his instrument. The host inevitably was dressed in a white suit and yellow tie in imitation of Leonardo DiCaprio's portrayal of Jay Gatsby. Ever the showman, Morgan's ebullience disguised the fact that he had returned to the United Kingdom in despondency after being dropped by CNN following a collapse in ratings at his talk show, Piers Morgan Live. So he literally got booted from CNN because he was not entertaining. Distant Light says, I wonder what he said in the full one for them. Oh, I already read that one. It keeps like bubbling up the chat and then like throwing chats in, but it'll literally be the same chat. At least on my screen. He is the most famous figure in British media, and yet behind him is a trail of scandals and screw-ups stretching back 25 years. He has been ignominiously fired, censored by regulators, investigated by government authorities, rebuked by a judge, and questioned by police. Many of these episodes might have been career-ending for another media figure. He will always make spectacular cock-ups, but he's like a rubber ball. He bounces back, it seems, from almost everything, says Bill Haggerty, editor of the British Journalism Review. Well, that's because he's part of the elite group, and he's part of the algorithm. He doesn't own the algorithm, but he's a part of it, and he's a tool, a puppet. Months after, excuse me, I'll always be yawning through these streams, bro. I'd be tired. Months after the Gatsby party, Morgan was reestablished on television as co-host of Good Morning Britain, successfully taking on the BBC with his opinionated, self-aggrandized presenting style. That job ended last week when he stormed off set following an angry exchange with his weather anchor, Alex Beresford, who objected to Morgan's long-running campaign to trash Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex. So Andrew Tate should have really done his homework on Piers Morgan because he came completely unprepared. If I was Andrew Tate, I would have brought up every single scandal. Well, I mean, you said I'm a misogynist, but why have you been so hard on our great Princess Meghan Markle? She's a black woman. Do you hate black women? Like, these are things that Tate needs to understand. That's what I'm saying. He's too far from the average guy, so he doesn't even know like what the main talking points. He may know what the main talking points of the left are vaguely, but he really doesn't. The thing with debating with people like that is you have to use their shit against them. You have to use their shit against them. What do you mean? I'm a misogynist. Didn't you say some shit about Meghan Markle, a black woman in America who's a married woman? Like, bruh, these are things, and he's half black. It makes me mad because there's nobody like, this is why you need real niggas in your corner, bro. And, I know he has black friends. I'm not saying that he don't have no black friends, but let's keep it a buck. Does he have real niggas in his corner? No. I'm talking about like real niggas who are like on the pavement, not no rich niggas. I'm talking about real niggas. No. So he really doesn't understand that, okay, boom. If I was somebody who was going to be a media personality for Andrew Tate, I would have prepped him for this interview. I would have said, so here is all the dirt on Piers Morgan. If he tries to run this misogynist game, this is what you're going to hit him with. If he tries to run this racism game, this is what you're going to hit him with. If he tries to run this game, if he tries to run that game, this is what you're going to hit him with. Like, yeah, like okay. Damn, I'm getting some important messages right now. Sorry, guys. I keep pausing. But yeah, like, this is, you got to use that shit against them. And I think that he did a poor job, at least in those clips, because I would have been said, oh, well, I mean, you're calling me a misogynist, but what have you said about Meghan Markle? You're anti-her. So does that mean you're anti-woman? Does that mean you hate women? And she's a black woman. Does that mean you hate black women? This is what you got to do. And it kind of makes me mad that he didn't do that and that he didn't come with some smoke for Piers Morgan, because it just shows that, like, bro, did you really do your homework? I don't know. Maybe they clipped up all of the clips that he came back at him. But it really seemed like he was very much capitulating. His stance on Merkel has been heavily criticized, especially by younger people on social media, but his decision to fall on my sword for an honestly held opinion has found favor with many of his supporters in the media. And you could say that that's a racist angle that he's taking on Meghan Markle. Let's keep it a buck. He would have been more accepting of Meghan Markle if she was white. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. But let's not even act like that's a thing. He wouldn't have said shit about her if she was a white woman. Let's keep it a buck. In October, Morgan published a book that was described a cherry-picked attack on woke culture. Okay. Morgan is enraged by his broken friendship with Merkel, who, by Morgan's telling, exchanged messages with him on social media and met him for a drink at his London pub, but she has snubbed him since dating Prince Harry. Apparently, because the actor won't abide by the unwritten rules of media networking game, he has played all his career. He is really loyal, says Eleanor Mills, former editor of the London Sunday Times magazine. I think that's why he was outraged that he tried to be nice to Meghan and she chucked it in his face, because that's not part of Piers' code. Morgan does rely on personal relationships very much, says Matt Kelly, CEO of the New European. So Meghan Markle didn't want to play ball with him. She didn't want to get too personal with him, and now he trashes her on television. And a former newspaper colleague of the presenter. He does bear a grudge, and he doesn't let go of that. If you offend his values of loyalty, that will never be forgiven or forgotten. So he's biased as well. He's supposed to be a media personality, but he's biased. Contacted by Insider, Morgan declined to contribute to this article. I'd rather let everyone else have their say, he said. Shit. So he couldn't defend it. Morgan, 55, has been married twice and has 4 children. He began his career on the Wimbledon News in 1985 and was insanely competitive, according to his former colleague, Rob McGibbon. The pair went on a holiday in Tenerife, where they stayed with Morgan's grandmother and played tennis. I used to play a lot, and Piers was pretty rubbish, so I made a game of it, says McGibbon. We played a set, and he shouted and screamed and chased down every ball. I bet he was cursing and all that. He faulted every serve and challenged every close line call. Before I knew it, my concentration was blown, and he had won the first set. Then he refused to carry on playing. His grandmother was appalled and said, "Why do you have to be like that, Piers? Robin is by far the better player." He shot back, "Well, he's not. Is he? Because I just won. That's all that matters." Okay. He always understood this schmoozing as a young gossip columnist he understood the value. The Sun tabloid, he proposed that he should appear in celebrity photos to boost his status. There was one part that I wanted to read where he made this little girl cry. Let's get back to that. Went over to the top. Next came a scandal of city slickers, sharing tip column. He set up paper. Let's see. 6. Let's see. There was one where he made a 6-year-old girl cry. Shit. Let me see where that was, because I just want to pull that part up. 6. Oh, there you go. What the fuck? Now I can't find it. Let's see. Piers Morgan makes 6-year-old girl cry. Yeah, so he basically told the bitch she wasn't the young lady that she wasn't Beyonce on Britain's Got Talent. So does that make him misogynistic? We're gonna play this. We're gonna play this little clip. Fair use, fair use, fair use. All right, let's see. He said, "Oh, you're not Beyonce. You don't look like Beyonce. You'll never be her. You're not a star," basically.
All right, leave this to me. We haven't finished with you.
Even Simon Cowell brought her back, and he hit the buzzer. You don't think that could have he took pleasure in that. You don't think that could make a little girl want to delete herself? If you don't think that would make a little girl want to delete herself, you got to be out your fucking mind. You got to be out your fucking mind. He hit the bleep before she even did anything.
All right, leave this to me. We haven't finished with you. Come on. What should we say to the horrible Piers? Stick your tongue out.
Okay, so they stuck the tongue out. There was another one where, let's see, he got fired for making talent show 6-year-old girl cry. He says something about Beyonce. Okay, there we go. There we go. And this is from the Daily Mail. This is from the Daily Mail. Shout out to Spicy Parodies for the only super trap. That was some real shit. Piers Morgan under fire for making talent show 6-year-old girl cry. TV show host Jerry Springer criticized Judge Piers Morgan for making a 6-year-old girl cry in the new series of the reality program America's Got Talent. Springer, who hosts the show, which he secured record audiences for NBC in the U.S., said he thought the judges were too rough on children. In the first episode of the new series, former news, and that's pivotal for a child's self-esteem and mental health. And he just shits on these little girls. Little girls at that. You're the fucking misogynist, you piece of shit. Right? Former News of the World and Daily Mirror editor Morgan, one of the show's judges, told a 6-year-old girl, "You are not as good as Beyonce. You don't look like her. And frankly, your mother probably pushed you out there." So the thing is, why would a 6-year-old girl look like Beyonce? Why would a 6-year-old girl look like Beyonce? To even compare a 6-year-old girl to Beyonce is crazy, unless you're talking about Blue Ivy. That's the only 6-year-old girl you should be comparing to Beyonce. And even then, she looked more like Jade than Beyonce. She looked more like Jade and Bey. Like, dude, what the fuck? Springer interviewed the live broadcast and told Morgan, "Stop it, that's wrong," or he intervened. In his blog on the show's website, Springer wrote, "I was really upset with Piers. I think that was out of line." Yeah, it was. You also can't invite kids on the show and then attack them for coming. That is too much pressure. So who's the misogynist? Who's the misogynist? Who's cruel and unusual to children? Dude, Andrew Tate, look, for all the niggas who say, "Oh, Andrew Tate, he's a smart guy," he didn't do his fucking homework, because Piers Morgan literally has had a public career where he has shamed himself multiple times, and I'm sure he's gotten a lot more different. I'm sure he's gotten in, a lot more different issues with women, not just Meghan Markle, but not to mention little kids as well. Okay. And then they got phone hacking shit. I mean, he published fake photos of Iraqi prisoners being used by British soldiers in the Gulf War in 2004. I mean, this nigga's a fucking fraud. This dude's a fucking fraud. Okay. And he was friends with Trump in 2018. So Look, man. It's ridiculous, bruh. And he's supposed to be the moral high ground. I just wanted to break that down because I thought it was interesting. What else do I got? We got him talking to Jordan Peterson. We might do that on a whole nother stream. Oh, what I did want to do is read the comments. The comments are the people, or what they want you to think are the people. They all obviously edit comments. And that nigga is speeding on an ATV through my goddamn neighborhood. These niggas be doing the most. Let's see. So the question was, does Andrew Tate, and let me just zoom in. Shit. Does Andrew Tate deserve to be deplatformed? So people say absolutely not. He's a top G and he's quite good at responding to Piers. It's actually impressive. Somebody says no, delusional, no, Piers, you do, you muppet. Of course not, and it's fairly scary that he was so thoroughly scrubbed. Yep. Why don't you let your guest talk? Wow. So people are in Piers Morgan's ass. No, Piers Morgan trying to blame a young woman's death on Andrew. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. No, it's not. And I said that. I'm the first person who said that on stream. No, it's not everyone else's job to parent and teach other people's children. Yep. Why don't we, if we're going to deplatform Andrew Tate, let's deplatform gangster rappers too. Right? Let's deplatform guys like Ozzy Osbourne. When you look at what his wife was saying, he made her do. Okay, so let's deplatform those motherfuckers too. Read the comments. No, you know the answer, Piers. Stop simping, man. Yeah, he's a fucking bitch for that. Not in the believe in, or not if you believe in free speech. No, you on the other hand. So people are literally saying no. You should have let him talk. You didn't even give him a chance to explain. Yep. If there was a dislike count, even one of your YouTube channels, you'd see how bad the vote is. It's hard to kind of read these comments because people type in broken English. Nope, it might offend you, but it's freedom of speech. Yep. Yes, but mainly because he's a scammer, a con artist, and a fraud. People are making money off of his Tate University. So shit, is he really a scammer? No, he does not. If you don't like what he is saying, tune out. This is the whole point of freedom of speech. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's good to see people free Andrew Tate. It's good to see people fighting for him. Piers just broke a world record for the most interruptions committed within a 5-minute window. Yep, absolutely disgusting how Piers brings up the article about the 14-year-old girl killing herself, which had nothing to do with Tate, just to say she was provoked by negative content, and then immediately flips to asking Andrew Tate how his negative content has influenced young people, insinuating that maybe the 14-year-old girl had Tate on her algorithms and how maybe it's him to blame. Utterly shameful, Piers. Yeah. I'm going to tell you what she had on her algorithm. She had big booty fucking Instagram OnlyFans whores. She had big booty fucking Instagram OnlyFans whores who were fucking rubbing their clits and begging for subscribers, sucking dick online. And she probably went down a loophole of, oh my God, these women are so hot. They're hotter than me. All the girls in my school look way better than me. All the girls in my school have boobs and I don't. All the girls in my school. This is what women think about when they're young. Bro, are you really going to tell me they don't? I literally got 3 sisters and they were all comparing each other's boobs. Piers Morgan, a man who made a career of answering the questions he asked guests for them. And, you know, even in my own household, I grew up in a big family and, you know, there was some jealousy within my sisters about their appearance as well. So you can't say that's fucking bullshit. Tate had nothing to do with nobody. If anything, he's keeping people from committing suicide or from deleting themselves. And he should have fucking said that. That's what he should have said. Hopefully he did. Huge respect for Mr. Tate for controlling his emotions at this level. Well done, Piers. You've probably made people like Tate more. Yep. Piers is the type of person to think that he won an argument because he didn't allow the other person to speak. Yep. That's absolutely Piers Morgan. And in a nutshell, it looks like people are agreeing with with Andrew Tate. It looks like Andrew Tate has more on his side. I wish that we could see like what happened with the women at the table as well, because I guarantee he would have swooned them. Tate was actually funny, bro. Yeah, I like Tate. I think he was funny. I didn't agree with everything that he said, but I think most of it was entertainment and comedy. Fallout 91 says most things are fucking bullshit. Yeah. So anyways, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here, guys. I appreciate you all for attending. We just got monetized on this channel, so make sure you guys share these videos, because we're about to get real litty on this channel, and hopefully they don't fuck me. They don't fuck me, and the algorithm hopefully will be straight. But we're going to keep bringing this fire heat. You already know what it is, man. I appreciate all my subs, all my peoples, and y'all know I be reading the chats because I want to have a conversation with you. So anyways, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship according to the email down below with a screenshot of your cash app so I know you're paying your tithes, man. Y'all need to be on your motherfucking game with the BS. You already know. Reclaim your throne.
Reclaim your throne.